you go.
All right, good evening, guys. My name is Amy. I'm going to go ahead and let you know that we're going to do a speech today about stress and how it affects your health. So, to inform the audience, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know that stress is inevitable. It's certain to happen. You're going to have stress in your life. At the end of my speech, you're going to understand ways to avoid stress and how stress can affect your well-being and whatnot. So we do know that life is very challenging. It has its ups and downs. Stress is like a roller coaster. You're going to go up, down, round and round. You'll have stress and it will drive you crazy. Stress is your body's reaction to anything that's changed in anything at all. Like, let's say a new relationship, breakups. Let me just go ahead and go into some details right here. So the factors of what can cause stress. Let me get a little closer so you can see my visual here. Marriage is definitely a stress. Anybody that gets married, you know that that's definitely stress because you got to worry about your hair being done, you got to worry about walking down, you got to plan the wedding, and all that good stuff. And then you got to worry about some childbirth because it's never fun with a pregnant woman, I'm sure. Breakups are definitely stressful because you have to adapt to new change. Divorce is another one. Nobody wants to go through divorce, and it also costs a lot to go through divorce, as I hear. I've never been married. But work is also very stressful as well. Any death is very stressful. I've been there, done that as well. Negative people are very stressful to be around. Dealing with certain people that have bad attitudes, you don't want to be around those kind of people. Health issues is also another factor because your health is something that you need to take very important care of. Toxic relationships are definitely another way of stress. And late bills, financial issues, you got bills due, let's say you got about 5 bills due and you only got about $20, you're going to be struggling there. You got school, which is very stressful because you have to maintain school, work, and life, and moving into a new home is also stressful. So there's my visual of some certain things that stress can do to you if you allow it to. So let's talk about the first thing I want to talk about today is what stress can come from. You can get stress from anything. You can get it from work, as again, all those details I told you, but here's some ways you can go about handling it. You can try to be nice to people, even if they're not very nice back to you. You can accept things and adapt to the new changes. You can avoid any kind of confrontation with anybody and speak about what needs to be addressed or changed. The next question that comes to mind is, what can I do to avoid stress, and what are some key factors of stress? There are many things you can do to avoid stress, which is staying away from toxic relationships. Any examples of red flags? Let's say you got with a guy and he treated you bad, and then you got back with him again, thinking things would change, and then they don't. And then you got to stress there. You got to stress it out to people in your life because there's always somebody out there for everybody. But you have to make sure that they're good enough for you and what you deserve. So let's say you got to manage your money and be careful of everyday spending. Let me tell you, when I got some money, I want to spend it, as if you as well. So I write out a to-do list that normally has things I need to get done for the week. Also, you need to keep a positive attitude. Always be happy and don't let life get to you because life is very short. Eliminate unnecessary drama or stress in your life. So let go of that lusty lover you feel that you have to find you somebody real. Accept that there are events and things you can have no control over. Life-changing experiences. Things that didn't go the way that you had intended them to do so. Exercise daily and keep your mind very busy. Try to get your mind on something else. And get a good amount of sleep each night and eat healthy. I got another thing right here, another visual showing you some things that you can do to avoid stress, which is taking a walk. You can go, somebody makes you mad, let's say your partner makes you mad. Go outside and take a walk or something. Take a minute to cool off. Don't say things out of anger. It's never nice to talk to somebody when you're angry at them. So let's say you want to talk to a friend. You can meditate. You can let it go. You can cry it out. You can start a gym membership. You can surround yourself around your loved ones, and you can get enough sleep. Listen to some music and keep a journal handy. You can do a road trip. You can also eat healthy, and you can forgive someone. You can dance it out, and you can stay positive. So there's a good visual that I did about stress. And I picked this topic because it's a lot going on in my life right now. And I figured I'd shoot my shot and see how I do with it. Okay, so we've talked about what makes us become stressed and what to do to avoid any stress and how to manage stress. So finally, I want to talk to you about how stress can affect your body. Let's say you want to make sure you can get that stress out your life before it's too late, let's say. So some examples of some stress on the human body. You got the increasement for hypertension, which is high blood pressure. Let's say you're fighting with somebody and then your blood pressure rises, you got all kind of red stuff on your face and you look like you're about to have a heart attack. You don't want to do that, so you want to go ahead and listen to my key examples. I told you what to do to avoid some stress. And you might have some body aches, some fatigue, some irritability, and your rapid heartbeat. You might break out in some hives, anxiety, depression, shortness of breath, muscle spasms, headaches, and tensions. Also, you'll have all that too from stress. And stress is also really uncomfortable to use the restroom, I hear, because it makes you have a lot of abdominal pain. And some chronic stress and stress not managed over time can affect a man's testosterone, declining some libido in the bedroom, if you get what I'm saying. But anyway, all right, so let's say, all right, so today I've identified many aspects of what stress is, how to manage the stress, and how stress can affect the mind and the body. All right, so before you take any action to manage your stress, target the point of what is causing your stress. You must understand that what stress is, and you all have to find certain ways to develop and cope stress. If you don't find out what's bothering you and you let everything eat you up inside, so that's always good to talk to somebody that's there for you before you get mad and explode like some people do around here and get real mad. But let's say, all right, so my biggest main point is I wanted to go ahead and I want you to understand that there are ways to manage stress. You want to stay away from any toxic relationships at all. You want to make sure that, let's say you got a book. Okay, so you have a book, and if you don't turn the chapter, you're going to keep staying on the book, right? So it's always good to move forward and don't look back.